Good morning from Mount Rainier National Park. This is Steve with my hiking buddy Gino.
Hello.
We're looking at the Ohanapecosh River. We're in the southeast corner of the park, just inside the Stevens Canyon entrance on the Grove of the Patriarchs trail. The Grove is closed. It was closed last year due to some damage on the suspension bridge that occurred in the winter of 2021-2022. And it's closed again this year, but we just want to come down here and check out and see if any work's been done on the bridge. We're guessing nothing's been done, but we're going to check that out, and then we're going to go back across the highway and do the Silver Falls Loop, which is kind of our first hike of the year at Mount Rainier tradition. So we've filmed this before. It's one of our favorites. Hope it is yours too. And as we always say, thanks for hiking with us. Well, we're down here at the bridge, and we guessed right. Nothing's been done. It's still damaged, as you can see out there, and closed off. So, hopefully, somewhere along the way today, we run into a ranger, and we can ask him what the status is of this repair job. If I remember right, the website said it was going to be closed last summer and this summer, but we thought maybe they'd started, but obviously they haven't. So we're going to go back the way we came up to the Stevens Canyon Highway where we parked, cross that, and do the Silver Falls Loop. So we'll check in over there. We're up above Silver Falls, heading down to it, but the Ohanapecosh is down below us. You can hear it roar, and you can see the falls up above the main fall, and pretty neat. We're still approaching the main falls here, but the Ohanapecosh, as you can see, it gets real rough through here as it goes over all the rocks. Heads towards the main drop down that way. So the Silver Falls Trail is a loop trail. We're going to go to the left. We're going to come back this way on the right. But we're going to stay by the river on the way down to Ohanapecosh Campground and stay next to the water flowing and the waterfalls that you see along the way. We haven't even reached the main falls yet, so I was telling Gino back there that I'm sure some people come up here and see these smaller falls and think it's the main thing, and it's not. And it looks like we got a new fence going in here. At least they've got the poles in. This is just the Ohanapecosh River flowing down through all these canyons. This is as close as you could get. Silver Falls. You can kind of feel it reverberating on your chest. That is something, Gino. I'll take you with me as we cross over the Ohanapecosh River. This is looking downstream. We're going to look upstream here. We'll have a better view of the falls in a second. The classic viewpoint of Silver Falls at Mount Rainier. Little different viewpoint here. We climbed up the trail a bit. We've reached Laughing Water Creek, which is really flowing today. Holy smokes. Get a shot of it for you here. Looking up the creek. And way off in the distance, that's the Ohanapecosh that the Laughing Water Creek empties into. This is another little creek that empties into the Ohanapecosh way down below us, and we're crossing another sturdy bridge. We're approaching Ohanapecosh Campground, and we were just talking. We're kind of anxious to see how many people are camped today. There's a number of state campgrounds along Highway 410 on the way down, and they were deserted. We saw a tent here, a trailer there, but usually we do this hike the Wednesday after Memorial Day, which today is, and usually there's quite a few people camped in those state campgrounds, but today, boy, nobody. And the weather's been pretty decent. Mild temperatures, no rain, so we'll see when we get down here. We're about 10 minutes out from the campground. We'll check in down there. To answer our questions, there are some campers here. There's some people out walking. The other side of the campground is closed off right now. I think it opens a little bit later in the year, but we're going to cross over the river here and head up the other side, the quiet side of the Silver Falls Loop. We've just about completed the loop on the west side of the Ohanapecosh River. The quiet side, now we've crossed over to the ridge and you can hear the river down below us. Geez, it dawned on me, I didn't give you guys any stats when we started out and stuff. Got down here about 6:15, dodged some raindrops on the drive down. Very cool when we got here. We don't... Gino's car doesn't have a temperature gauge, but we were estimating about 42, 44. I actually put my gloves on, my hands were cold. And we've seen one person. She was ahead of us on the Silver Falls Trail, and then we passed her by. Haven't seen anybody since other than those campers in the campground. So we're just about done with the loop, and then we'll head back out and do the short section to the car. Haven't seen any rangers. Real interesting, the Stevens Canyon Highway right on the west end of the parking lot is closed and blocked. They're doing road work, and they're doing it every day of the week, and they actually have a security guard there. And I was going to ask her a question, and boy, she jumped out of her car and, can I help you? And I was telling Gino, would have been interesting if I told her I wanted to go hiking up that way. I don't think she would have let us go. So anyway, great hike. First hike of the year at Rainier. we like this one. It's fun to come down and see the water flow and waterfalls and flow. And we'll probably check in one final time when we get up by the parking lot. We've made it back over to the river, as you can see. Trail's up here. We got about a half mile to the parking lot. River's going to be on our right from this point on. Okay, we'll check in when we get close to the parking lot. Well, we're closing in on the parking lot, and that completes our first hike of the year down at Mount Rainier. Always fun to come down and see all that water running at Silver Falls, and this year also to kind of check out the Grove of the Patriarchs construction or lack thereof. So first of many hikes down here. I think we're going to come down in a few weeks, maybe go up to Crystal Lakes. We'll see. Depends on the weather and the snow melt. But anyway, hope you enjoyed this one. We sure did. As always, thanks for hiking with us. We'll see you next time.